Initially, it was offered to me as a guest appearance, but it turned out to be more than just a guest appearance.
An actor's job basically is to react. I think the script was very well written for me. The dialogues were bang on. She has some really nice lines.
I'm not surprised by the responses, honestly, because while we were filming it, I could feel it that we are onto making something that would set up a benchmark, if not internationally, definitely in our industry.
Okay. I knew that I was shouldering a big responsibility, and I could not, kind of cheat the audiences that had developed a loyalty to the first season.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome to Peeping Moon. I'm Shweta Sahani, and today we have with us the cast and director of Hostages 2, welcoming Shweta Basu Prasad, Dino Morea, Sachin Krishn, and Divya Dutta. Hi guys, welcome to Peeping Moon.
Hi Rashita.
Hello. So firstly, tell me, there has been so much excitement ever since the teaser was launched and this term that Handa Zinda Hai went viral. So everyone has been very excited. Did you expect such a huge response from the audience?
Honestly, yes. Because season 1 was such a raging hit. It was not we were not surprised at all because, it was a very responsible thing to make season 2 after the success of season 1. So the buzz around it, which is there right now, and the whole reactions to it, it was, in a way, it was anticipated.
Well, I could gauge it's different because, everywhere, like my friends, acquaintances, when they get to know you're a part of Hostages 2, there's a surge of excitement in them. Kya hua? Handa zinda hai, this and that, and they want to ask all these questions. And when an audience is excited, knowing you personally, they want to ask these questions that you belong to a certain the project. It shows that there's a lot of excitement around. There's a lot of enthusiasm to watch it, and of course, I mean, Hostages Part 1 left at a time where you really wanted to know more, and this just adds a lot more excitement, a lot more thrill to the entire thing. And yes, everyone's waiting. So are we actually. I would love to watch it.
I wasn't part of season 1, but gauging the excitement, like Divya ji just said, I got messages as soon as the trailer came out. I got messages from people who I haven't heard of in a couple of years, saying that, wow, you're part of Hostages 2. So that sort of gave me an idea into the excitement around Hostages. That everyone who watched season 1 feels it's been too long a wait before Hostages came out. So there's an excitement, there's a buzz, and I'm excited to be a part of 2 because of this entire buzz that's going on. So it's just the messages and the media and the sounds you hear from people, which kind of give you that feeling that there is something going on, something big.
Well, something similar. The first time when I started sharing the trailer and started posting about it on social media, a lot of my school friends on my school WhatsApp group are like, you are there in Hostages 2, to be here. And I could sense that they're really excited and they're all big fans of Hostages 1. And I think once you see characters and your project becoming meme material, that sort of validates the virality of it. And I was like, all right, we are in for the big hit now. So yeah, I think it's a great response that we've received. And it's very exciting because as an audience, I'm looking forward to Hostages 2. I absolutely love the season 1. So yay, 9th September.
Yeah. And as Sachin mentioned that, after the success of Hostages 1, it was obvious that a season 2 would come because there was like so many questions in the minds of the audience. But when y'all were offered the second season, what was that one thing that, sort of made you say yes to it?
So what made me want to be a part of this? Firstly, obviously, because Hostages 1 was such a huge success. Yeah. To be a part of a successful show is a no-brainer. Secondly, what got me is the character that I'm playing in this show. Initially, it was offered to me as a guest appearance, but it turned out to be more than just a guest appearance because it's a fantastic character. I mean, I've never played the character of a professional killer, nor have I played the character, such a negative character ever in my career, in my acting career. So for me, it was a challenge that I couldn't resist. I couldn't not take up. And having spoken with Sachin, the director, and Sudhir, I thought we could do wonders with this. And that's when I jumped on and said, I need to be a part of the show.
Well, of course, one reason is Hostages Part 1 being so successful and well loved. 2 for me was the entire crew because Sudhir Mishra, Sachin Krishn, Applause, and Bani J. I think they're people that I've admired and have wanted to work with. And this was a fabulous opportunity to just come around. And Sachin has been really lovely to just fit me into it because there were lots of hassle happening and all that stuff. But it's so lovely to see such positivity around, and that really inspired me to get into this project for sure.
Well, for an actor, I think it's always interesting when you're offered, different kind of role that you get to experiment with, and you get a chance to sort of push your boundaries, discover yourself, discover emotions that you don't know as a person that you usually tend to discover as an artist, as an actor. So that, because I've never played an investigative officer, so I'm playing an IB officer, Shikha. And although I don't really have a lot of scenes with a lot of actors, like I don't have scenes with Divya ji or with Dino, I have one scene with Shibani and one scene with Ronitster. But I liked the character a lot. I like the struggles and the hindrances she has, and the honesty that the character had. And of course, the ensemble cast, it's irresistible to be part of a project where such a wonderful, talented actors are being part of. You have Sachin sir, Sudhir sir. It's Hostages season 2. I mean, it has all the reasons for any actor to say yes and to be part of. So I think a mix of everything for sure.
Okay. And Sachin, earlier when the lockdown and COVID the situation was not there, theaters were there. So every film was, of course, releasing there. Now, the web platform has also become a platform for all big budget films as well. So do you think the competition now has increased and there's like a lot of options for the audience available?
I think when those VHS cassettes came all the way back, people kind of forecast the doom of theaters. Then when CDs arrived, they said, "Ab to gaye." Then when DVDs arrived, they said, "Ab to theater bilkul hi gaye." When TV started happening, these various channels came in. They said, "Now nobody is going to go to theaters." And now we have these OTTs being compared to theaters. I think theaters will remain theaters. Let's face the fact. To be in that dark theater, to see a film in Dolby Surround, to be enraptured for 2 hours or whatever the time is without any distraction, seeing things unfold on a big screen will always remain the ultimate experience. But having said that, OTTs have kind of risen up so fast and so well, and in they've hit home so well that I won't say competition, but they're a great alternate to theatrical films. And what it will do, what the OTT platform will do, is make filmmaking for theaters that much more responsible. Because now the audience at the click of a button has the option of watching something wonderful for a full week, and not go to a theater if your film sucks, if the story sucks, if you're trying to kind of sell a story around a star or just gimmicks and this and that. So what OTTs will do is give theaters the vaccine in the arm, and push the filmmakers who are making films for theaters, telling better stories, make them more responsive.
Okay.
I think it's similar to what happened in the 80s, when DD came and there were, series like Mirza Ghalib, where there was Gulzar Saab directing and Nasiruddin Shah on Mirza Ghalib, and there was so many television shows.
There was
Bunyad, all these series, I think they actually had set a benchmark for a lot of films.
In a way, they were precursors to these OTT platforms, those series.
Yeah.
Then TV kind of got distorted and, then it went the way it went. But those series were precursors.
Dino, your character, you play like an ice cold assassin and it has a gray shade to it. So, what was your approach like to get into your role completely?
I wouldn't say he's got a gray shade. I think he's just completely dark. There's no gray, there's not even white, not even shades of gray in it. When I saw the Israeli version, and then I spoke with our director, Sachin, I was given to understand that we're going to change this quite a bit. We don't need to be that particular person, but he needs to be an assassin. My homework was researching assassin films, just to bring in nuances and just to see what they were like. Like I've read many times, this character has no backstory. So there's no reason as to why he is and what he does. It's a job for him like anyone doing a job on a daily basis, waking up and going to work. So his work is eliminating people who come in between a mission or come in between certain responsibilities. So his job is to eliminate, and he does it with flair. He's a charming guy. And like I keep saying in all my interviews, when he comes to meet you, you don't know if he's coming to have dinner with you or coming to kill you. That's how cool he is. So I'm a director's actor, and I played along, and Sachin, guided me every step of the way to sort of bring out the best in this character.
I'd just like to add one thing here to what Dino's saying.
Sure.
In my conversations with Dino, I just had one point to make. I just told Dino, this is a killer who doesn't do it as a job. He relishes what he. And after that, the way Dino kind of interpreted that line and the extent to which he internalized that brief, left me stunned when I used to take his shots. And I really think there is something evil deep inside Dino lurking. By the way,
hey, don't be saying that. I'm a nice guy. There's nothing evil. He's just trying to say.
One will have to think twice before having dinner with him.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Divya, come on, Divya, let's go have dinner.
I'll think about it now.
Dino, if you remember, we discussed only one character before we started shoot. That was Hannibal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I truly hope people like me in this new avatar. I mean, just for this particular show. I mean, with each and every show, I want to try and do something new and break boundaries, break barriers, which I myself would be, and surprise myself. So felt good.
Okay, that's great. And Divya, playing a hostage negotiator, it is a risky job. So, getting your character alive on screen so perfectly, how was the experience for you?
Have you also seen a bit of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it doesn't look like a question. So good. That's nice. But thank you for validating it. It's I think for me, it was all Sachin's way of perceiving the role for me and making it much more easier. An actor's job basically is to react. And I think the script was very well written for me. The dialogues were bang on. She has some really nice lines. And I love the one-liners she uses. And what I really wanted and what Sachin and Sudhir wrote they added those layers that I wanted to just give her another side as well, which has been very beautifully just sprinkled in there. And I think the situations, the co-actors, everything was so amazing that I just had to react. And for me as an audience, it was very intriguing to just know that a woman is out there to just gauge a response, what next, by just the tonality of a phone call out there, a voice, the silences, everything. So that I found very interesting to portray, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay. And Shweta, what was your biggest takeaway from the show? As you said that you have shared the screen space with so many actors and you got to learn a lot of things from them. So what was that one big, takeaway from the entire process?
Oh, it's hard to just pinpoint one takeaway. But I think it's wonderful when you're working with like-minded people with great teams, positive, good vibes. And as an actor, you constantly feel the vibe. You feel it in the pulse that you're doing something, you're doing good work, and this will turn out to be the way it is. And I'm not surprised by the responses, honestly, because while we were filming it, I could feel it that we are onto making something that would set up a benchmark, if not internationally, definitely in our industry. So my biggest takeaway, I think, would be my sense of security as an actor, knowing a project that has an ensemble cast of wonderful, talented, popular actors. There was not one day on set that I felt, oh my God, that's it. Like in this episode, I just had these 2 scenes, or this is the length of my, my screen presence, or anything of that sort, because I thoroughly enjoyed reading the screenplay. It was such a watertight screenplay, and everyone's character is so interesting that you want to watch them, and they are just perfectly written and assembled in the episode, in the entire season. So I think that's my biggest takeaway, that I felt very secure as an actor, and that's a blessing to work on such a huge ensemble cast.
Okay. And Sachin, while you were helming the second season, of course, there were a lot of appreciation for the first one. But did it ever make you sort of nervous while directing the second one? Because there were people were, calling it the best show, and they would want to, of course, see more.
No, it never made me nervous at all. It made me just feel more responsible.
Okay.
I knew that I was shouldering a big responsibility, and I could not, kind of cheat the audiences that had developed a loyalty to the first season.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, there was first of all no time to be nervous about anything. It was such a cutthroat shoot, and it was such a hectic, brutal, relentless shoot that nervousness was not even at the back of my head. But yeah, certainly it made me very responsible, and I was constantly on toes about kind of trying to better season 1 and not it being a.
Okay, that's great. And
I'd like to add something here. I think he's one of the most self-assured directors that I have come across. And he's and there's a certain positivity that he brings in with him, which I think kind of rubs on to everyone else around. And he's very crystal clear about what he wants, and the speed with which he goes. I think that's a very good combo. So I didn't see any pressures on him. Even if he had, he didn't show it.
Okay.
He was also shooting it. He's also the DOP. So, he's also he was actually doing 2 jobs at the same time with a zen face.
Which actually took the pressure off me totally, because if you're shooting it yourself, you're not married to anyone. That's where most shoots go wrong. The marriage between a DOP and a director. It's legendary. So, I mean, since I was, I was a singleton, I was happy.
Okay. You're single.
You were single.
हम तो कब से बोल रहे हैं single jam is happy. No one is believing.
वही तो.
Okay. And 2 days away from the premiere of the show, how excited or nervous are you guys?
I, on my part, am numb. You can ask the others.
Okay.
I'm numb at this point of time.
Okay.
I'm super excited to watch it. You guys are lucky you've already seen it. I'm biting nails to watch it and to see everyone. You've met them all on the set. You've seen the Israeli version. But now I want to see how it's just all come out together. And I'm sure it's going to be a frolicking hit. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm excited because the day it comes out, I'm sure it's going to be viewed by a couple of million people. And I'm nervous also because people are going to see me in a different sort of role and see after some time playing this negative character. So just a little nervousness, hoping everybody enjoys it and enjoys what I've done and the effort that's gone in. So it's a mixed bag, but more excitement just to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will love it.
After this, Dino is gonna get us dinner. Huh? I said after this, we'll all have dinner with Dino.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh
no!
No
Weapons. No weapons. I will cook.
Okay, and Shweta, would you like to add on to that?
I'm excited, nervous. I think it'll all sink in on the 10th of September once it's out there and I've seen it, and I'll start texting people. I'm looking forward to replying more than texting. I think I'll be replying more messages. So looking forward to replies and not texts. But yeah, excited, nervous, happy, jittery, just looking forward to 10th September. I'm just going to skip 9th September. I'm looking forward to 10th September.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for chatting with PeepingMoon. It was great talking to you. All the very best.
Thank you.